Welcome back, Generals B2, and we're going to talk a weekend update. I know it's been forever and a day, so let's not wait. Let's get right into it. The Saudi Arabia game has been wild, but it's almost over. So take a look. We are going to be at, I think, 5,400 VP out of 5,900. As soon as the game decides to load, like B2, let's go ahead and just load the other two right now while we're waiting on it, and then we'll go back to this one. So, Saudi Arabia, yep, 55-49 out of 59-20. This game's almost over. What do you do with too much money? This is exactly what you do with it. You just build roads on every piece of land in your hometown. I like to get around fast, Ricky Bobby. I want to go fast. So we're just getting into the ridiculous piece of the build, honestly. We have pretty much border gored this entire map. I'll turn it on for you. Everybody always goes, oh my god. But we have a thing, right? So you play with the B2, and you need to go hard. We don't go, oh, you take this city, you take this VP. Oh, this one looks good next to this one. No, stop. Stop doing that. You all-out sprint on the map to keep your opponent from being able to defend. When you hit a country, you hit it with 2 or 3 guys, and you blaze through it. DR Congo, how do you think that dude felt when we beat him up? Huh? Ethiopia, how do you think that dude felt when we beat him up? What about over here in Nigeria? I don't know who to defend. You get it. You get the point, right? Look at over here. We're starting to border gore in South America now because I guess we got bored. I've got actually planes down here fighting. Yeah, there I got some people flying, some sorties. Some sorties, as you call them. But yeah, I mean, we're just pretty much just sprinting through the rest of this, but I really dig, I'm not going to lie, like, I got this Canadian Air Force video that I kind of made fun of, like, Air Force and stuff like that, you know, but I have loved playing it, loved it. Not many people defend against it, and when you get to stealth, there's almost nobody who upgrades the SAMs to stealth. So if you roll in with a 5-pack of stealth on a stack that has some air defense, you're mauling them because nobody upgrades the units. It's an epidemic. It's a pandemic because it's nationwide. It's global wide. It's not an epidemic anymore. But look, so we're getting ready to this will be a sprint to see who finishes. But I got to give some props out to my boy Rarth Onion, as I call him. Or Dark Onion, like the dude has more nicknames than I know how to give, but he's blitzed me out of this one, man. Well done, man. He did a fantastic job in Europe, and Europe is really where he made the biggest jump, you know. So as we got down to finish out here, here's what happened. So we originally started by heading into Africa to take Africa because 2 reasons. One, Egypt had already jumped on us in the middle, and so we decided to put, not Egypt, I'm sorry, Egypt's on our team, but we had started onto Ethiopia, Sudan, South Sudan, Chad, and Libya started in. We were at war in Africa pretty heavy, right? So here's what happens. India, it was a really good player, and they decided that they were going to start coming in on Iran here. Iran had pushed out into Pakistan, and so India jumps into the fight and says, well, basically, I'm going to show you guys how to fight. So here's what happened. I already had 2 stacks of destroyers built by that time, defending in this area, and I had a stack of destroyers down here. I had like 15 destroyers in the game, you know, early on because I made both those cities, Daman and Jazan. Yeah, Jason. So I already had them built up enough to build destroyers, and I had 3 stacks. So India started to bring in a stack into here, and I caught him. But what he was doing was he had an officer that was shooting at 100 on his radius, you know, for his distance. But my stack was at 75. So I had just enough gold to gold in that next level, right? And so he replies to me in a message or sends me a message and says, I saw you gold in the next level units. Like, I'm not going to be able to, play against a golder, but I literally hadn't done much of anything in golding. I just needed to offset because my activity level wasn't as high as he was a very high active player. Really, really good player, by the way. So don't blast him. He's legit a good player. But I just couldn't, the range, he would get his officer within 100 and shoot my stack. and then back off before I could react, right? Because I just can't sit at my computer all day. So really good tactic. If you have that 25 advantage where you're shooting 100, they're shooting 75, you could basically just sit off in the distance and just nail people and take ships all day. I just don't have time to be that active. So what I did was I golded it in the 100 radius and started shooting it back and took a stack. So he posts in the news up here about, oh, you know, Saudi Arabia is a dirty golder, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I already spent $500 on gold. Basically, I lied. I told a little white lie, a little lie. But I basically just said I spent $500 to gold him out of the game, and he just quit playing, like automatically just quit playing. So then I sail my ships out here into here, and Japan's got a carrier out there with 2 support frigates getting ready to bring air support in for India, who I already killed. So then I killed Japan off, and you know, as far as in the ocean out here. And then they start bringing troops across the country to come in here and fight. I was like, what are you doing, bro? So anyway, we knocked out India, we knocked out Japan, and I did it for about 4,000 in gold. 4,000, right? So, but now you can see we're running down here. We're completing off Australia. Australia just, like, it was really weird. It was dominoes. So India chimes in. They tell the world map how bad we are, and then Japan joins them, and then Australia joins them, and then we just ended up taking out Myanmar and Vietnam because they were inactive. So that's the way this game went. It was really kind of funny, but then, you know, Darth really took off and running actually all these guys to end, you know, except for Viper. Viper's our new guy on the squad that was kind of helping us. He got a little bit extended early and then got slapped back. And so we had to go liberate his homelands for him and get him started. So to end at 437 at the end of the game is actually pretty good for him because he was against the ropes until we came in and saved him in this area. So anyway, that is the Saudi Arabia game. It's going to be a wrap soon, but I know you guys love to see the way the map is laid out. So next game, I don't think I've shown you this game yet, but this game is, what in the world is going on here, man? France is they're bringing it. Send it. I think I've got some strikes down here already too. I do. Let's take this air soup, and let's go. Can I do it? I can't attack. Oh, I can. Yeah. So he's gonna take that city, Constanta, which was mine. He took it. I get it, but France is sending all their troops this way. We kicked them out of Algeria. He came in to defend, and I had some ships out here. And I need to set these guys at fire control aggressive. Thank you very much. And then I need to build me another ship. Oh, man, I'm light on supplies. Yeah, I got to let them build up. But these strikes, with no support on here, they're coming in with these 8 motorized infantry. My strikes are just going to eat them. Now, I'm going to take some damage at 0.3. 8 times 0.3. I'm going to take 2.4 damage per swing. But hopefully I can get some of them down. Let's see what they're going to hit at on the strikes. Where are they at? Right here. I'm going to be hitting his ground troops at 4.5 times 5. So I'm going to be taking 1 off every time that I hit the stack, basically. But yeah, that stack of strikes is going to take some damage. But he'll think twice. I wish that I could get an intercept on this, but he's already... Yeah, he's already... I would love to get some hits on that in the air. It would be a slaughterhouse. But I can't get that guy out there fast enough to get in there. His attack would be, let's see. Yeah, that's too far to attack in on there. So anyway, let's check out the border gore, which is not that bad in this game. I was able to pick up Syria and join an alliance. Like, I'm not in an alliance with friends this time. I just wanted to do a game where I just jumped in and was hoping nobody would know me. Italy's off to a great start. Germany, but see, France is already down here, you know, way down on the board at war with us because he killed one of my corvettes or 2 of my corvettes out here in the sea. But these guys are going to wrap up Algeria today and Morocco, and they're going to look. They're just coming around they're going to either come through Spain, which is part of, I believe, their coalition. Germany, Italy, France, yep, Spain. Spain has 6 cities. We'll roll through that pretty quick. And then they're going to be on France from the southern part. So France must just be doing a Hail Mary. And they must be golding to have 8 units here and then another 16 coming in. Unless they just went all in. But we'll see. The plan is to get realign through here and knock out Iraq and Saudi, and then I'll be pretty insulated. I'll be able to run a little bit of a naval defense and start boosting up these towns to get some output. So that's the way. Daman. Yeah, yeah. I know I lost that one in there. They actually have more units in this town. They were kind of centralized in this town. I don't know why, but these guys are coming through with tanks to come into these cities to knock them out. I'm not going to worry too much about it because I need to defend from France. And so what I'm going to do is, I think what I'm going to do is just move into here. I think I'm going to move in there and see what they attack with, but if I had an 8 stack in there, he could bring that 16 stack in, but my planes are going to deal with that pretty quick, and I'm going to continue to build more planes, right? So I think we're in a pretty good position in this one. Yeah, we're at 950, the Middle Earth faction. We're fighting the number 2, right? So then the next one would be these guys over in South America. Yeah, so they had a while before they're going to come over and test us. And then the rest of these guys are just smaller. So if we can knock the number 2 out, we need to pick up a 5th, though. Do we have... Oh, we got Kazakhstan. Nah. Yes. I actually gave Kazakh a right away earlier to get in through it. But, yeah, they've got some pretty good lands. If we picked up Kazakhstan, then we can fight the border here on Italy and France and roll back through Europe. So that's a pretty good play. Last game, the last game-a-rooney. I am playing Kenya. No, I'm playing Ethiopia. But I'm coming through Kenya. I took Nairobi. I took them out already, took the capital. That's just bad news. Bad news. If you ever watch Street Beefs, Bad News is one of the best boxers on there. Go look them up. Bad news with that McRib. You'll know what I'm saying when I get there. I can't attack here because this guy attacks at a 777. They're going to defend at a 750. I don't want to lose troops. So I'm waiting for this guy to slippity slide on down to give me the advantage, and then I'm going to come in there. I'm also I've got some Corvette going here, and I believe I'm going to have, I've got an airport going here. I'm going to get strikes going, and I think I have strikes researched in here. I just like it, man. My new deal is this, right? Watch this. So my new deal is infantry, strike fighters, destroyers, and then an infantry officer. So I can send my strike fighters in, which eventually become stealth fighters. I can show you that on the resource tree, right? Right here, I can get into stealth on the next upgrade. Right, so day 16 is when you can go stealth. You're going to need to have a couple of things, though. So if you look in here, it'll tell you what you need. I need an Airbase 5, Secret Weapons 1, and Arms Industry 1 to build a stealth. So what I'm doing is I'm going to build my capital to Airbase 5 and then Hospital 5, right? So that I can pull all my planes out of there and heal them, so I can bring them back in. And so what you end up doing is on your research tree here, I just closed it. You're going to come down, you're going to build your fixed wing officer, because by the mid game you're going to be able to use missiles on them. But they have, look at all the advantages on here. First of all, you're getting a 35% boosted attack on there. A 35% boosted attack and 10% speed, right? So on helicopters and fixed wing. But you're going to be able to shoot missiles. You're going to have a huge radar. You're going to be able to land on aircraft. You're going to be able to ferry like at a huge range, 10,000. It's just insane what these guys add in. Yeah, it's crazy. So that'll come in at a minimum, and then you'll build your infantry officer. Which, watch, so when I click on this infantry officer, you're going to get a 15% attack and defend with a 15% speed. You set this guy in a stack, he is going to, I mean, you get 9 infantry with this guy on there, plus 15% is curtains, man. They fight tanks, they fight planes, they fight everything, man. But when you get this guy maxed out or close, depending on your level, now watch this. 45% attack increase, 20% speed. I need a tissue. Look at all this stuff, man. Amphibious, airlifting, the conquer territory. It's just, this guy is just the total deal. If you get him up to max level, forget about it. Like 50% on attack and defense. So if you have a stack that's doing 200, they're now doing 300, right? And they're moving 25% faster. They fly through stuff. And he's got the NBC protection. He's got everything. So anyway, like as you're upgrading and looking at your units, like this is how you want to think, right? Where am I going to specialize in? the deal with that is, if you go infantry officer early and you get him out there, then he's going to be able to get you quick lands, which means you're not using a ton of resources. You're just building more infantry to leave behind in towns for morale boosting on your way through, but you're going to move a huge stack. Boom, 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 boom. If you get through 30 days, that's when people start getting the fancy units, right? Unless they're golding. But by then, you've got like 800 to 1,000 VPs because you've just been able to go city after city after city after city. Like, you just keep that guy like rolling like a hunchback doing somersaults, man. You just keep him going. So anyway, border gore on this one, and then team. This one has been pretty. I mean, it's only day 4. There's not going to be a lot of border gore, but we are moving really good. We have some areas in here. Algeria, Morocco, Cameroon, Angola, Namibia, we're all on the same team. Namibia took South Africa. So the squad in this one, let's go back to the map. The squad in this one is BV, HJ, the B2, Jay Bailey, and the Juicy Koala. That's a pretty good team, man. I love my team. We get on Discord and we clown around a lot. And I'm always down to clown. So let's take a look at coalition-wise where we stand. We are number 2. We're close. And then, of course, Europe. Europe moves so fast, so it's hard to keep up with Europe in the beginning. A good Europe team. NORAD, they're looking like they're on the South America. This is actually some pretty detailed. Yes. Oh, look at that one. France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Ukraine. That's a good starting 5. It's a great starting 5. But what do they have for? Okay, we got a Middle Eastern squad too. Man, this game went really well. And then look, so here's what's going to happen: is this second Soviet Union and then the Euro squad, they're going to clash. They just have to, or they're going to clash here. But these two right here should have a pretty free first 25 days in the map, right? So we've got to get Africa out in the next week to be able to start annexing like 2 or 3 cities apiece. To get it out. So that's kind of going to be the plan here. So anyway, I figured you would love a weekend update. Let's go get on the Discord, get a team, start playing. Can't wait. See you.